Hello again, wrestling fans, and welcome to a very special edition of the Scumbags Wrestling Podcast. This is actually a special show for the Scumbags Prediction League, which we gave information on our last episode of the Scumbags Wrestling Podcast last Thursday, and today we're going to unbox the actual grand prize. I got it here, came in the mail, have not opened it, it is sealed, but you need to find out how you can be a part of it. That's easy by going to scumbags.ca, and that is our website where you can find out different information that's going on, but mainly right now is for the Predictions League. So you go to our scumbags.ca, and in the upper left corner area, you're going to find the Predictions League tab. And for that, then you can proceed to going through what card is coming up and what the rules are. They're along the right-hand side. And yeah, we got right now WrestleMania, because it is starting the Prediction League off this Saturday at night number 1 and also continuing night number 2. So I'm just going to bring up the rules quickly, and we're going to run down the first night of the card. Then I'm going to open up the box, and I'm going to run down night number 2 without predictions, mind you. You can catch that actually on our regular podcast edition, and we'll give at least my point of view. And of course, doesn't mean those are going to be what happens. It's just my guess. But as you see here, it is the Scumbags Wrestling Podcast Predictions League, and it is presented by Cool Bets. There's a 2-tier mode. You can play for $25, and that gets you the whole season. And you can play every WWE, NXT, AEW, and Impact Wrestling event. We'll gather points up. There'll be bonus points throughout the season, and it's going to be a 2-tiered season as well, where you can end up playing from WrestleMania to SummerSlam, and then from, I believe it's All In or All Out. Sorry, AEW's All Out until Royal Rumble, and the top 2 people from each division are going to go to the main playoffs, which is February and March, along with the top point getter. For points, we're going to make it easy. You're not going to end up losing any points or anything like that, and we're going to have it so that you get 10 points for a win, 5 points for a no contest, or if, say, it's a multi-person match like a triple threat or anything like that, and the person that you pick to win is not part of the win or the loss, they still get 5 points. I'll give you an example of that in the main event for Sunday's WrestleMania card. And 0 points if you pick somebody for a loss. Now I'm going to give some bonus points along the way if there's an elimination chamber match or a Royal Rumble style match. Anything like that by any of the companies. If there's an opportunity where the person you picked ends up eliminating somebody but still doesn't get the victory, or does get the victory either way, they've eliminated a couple people, you're going to get some bonus points for it. So that is basically what is going on. Like I said, go to scumbags.ca and you can find out more details along the way. And you can always send me the payment through either e-transfer or through PayPal, because we now have a QR code that allows for easy payment to be a part of the pro style of this adventure with the Scumbags Prediction League. If there's any issues with immediate payments, that's okay. I'm not worried. We'll figure it out along the way, but I do want you to take part in the WrestleMania predictions, and we're going to have some fun because we're already watching the wrestling anyways, so why not compete with others, have some bragging rights over your friends. So invite everybody, meet new people, and they're going to be like-minded anyways with the fact that we all love wrestling and you're always watching, as I said. So looking at night number 1 of WrestleMania, we have the America Be the Beautiful being sung by BB Rexhall. I'm not sure who she is, unfortunately, but she is doing the America the Beautiful on Saturday. They haven't announced who's doing it Sunday. I would imagine they're going to sing it twice. That would be my guess. But yeah, so that's going to happen. We're going to go through night number 1. There's 7 matches on the card. I've heard a bunch of different things of who's going to start, who's going to finish, and yeah, we're not sure who that's going to be. I'm just going to put it out there. I would like to see the first match being for the WWE Championship, Bobby Lashley defending against Drew McIntyre. Now, this would be a wonderful way if Drew's going to win to send the people home happy. But regardless of who comes out on top of this card or for this match, either of these two are going to have the crowd in the palm of their hands because it's the first time that a crowd is going to be doing WWE event. So to have that be the first thing right out the chute, because they're not going to do a pre-show match, or at least not live for us sitting at home watching either on Peacock or the network here in Canada or all over the world. So that would be where I would put that one, just something different. But that is for the WWE Championship, Bobby Lashley versus Drew McIntyre. We also have a cage match with Shane McMahon taking on Braun Strowman. Poor setup with Strowman being called stupid. And it seems odd, just a cage for something for Shane to jump off of. But that's one of the other matches. Then Cesaro taking on Seth Rollins. Could be a show stealer. And how many times is Cesaro going to get Seth into the swing? We already saw they did it 22 times, I believe, on SmackDown. And it's good to see Cesaro on the main card and not in a tag team match or a Andre the Giant Battle Royal. We'll see the debut of Omos teaming up with AJ Styles to challenge for the Raw Tag Team Champions, currently held by The New Day, Xavier Woods and Kofi Kingston. There'll be a number 1 contenders match for the women's tag team titles. And currently, this picture has 4 teams. They did accidentally slip and put in a 5th team, but that 5th team was Carmella and I can't remember her name at the moment, but from the Iconics. Somebody's going to correct me on this one, but that's okay. But then there's Tamina and Natalia, the Riot Squad, Mandy and Dana Brooke, and of course, Lana and Naomi. And we have a comment about he's huge. Imagine, Chad, you're talking about Omos. It'll be quite the sight to see what they do with him. I see him being almost like a Great Khali version, though we did see him as a ninja before him, but this is the official debut as Omos and being in tag team. So we'll give our predictions later on this weekend, probably Friday, I'm thinking, or late Thursday after NXT, so I can review what happened there. Then we saw this past Monday, the tag team match got made that was already speculated, but I guess with injuries with John Morrison and Damian Priest, they were not cleared originally, so it was going to be a singles match with Bad Bunny and The Miz. Now it is officially back to being a tag team with Damian Priest and Bad Bunny taking on The Miz and John Morrison. And what is probably going to be the main event I see is being Bianca Belair challenging for the SmackDown Women's Championship against Sasha Banks. Bianca Belair had won the Women's Royal Rumble back in January, and they've mentioned a few times that that was going to be a main event. So I know they like putting different things as main event along the way. and that does qualify that. You said CM Punk and Undertaker at WrestleMania 29 was a main event, even though it was somewhere in the middle of the card. Excuse me. So those are everything that's going on night number one. We also have Hulk Hogan and Titus O'Neil being the hosts of both nights. So 25,000 fans, I believe, are expected at Raymond James Stadium. There is footage out there of a drone showing some of the setting up of the WrestleMania set, and the big pirate ship that Kevin Owens has wanted to jump off of is there. So they're going to finish that all off. I don't know if somebody will have another drone footage closer to WrestleMania before Saturday, but the expectation is that WWE's kickoff show on Saturday is just going to be a studio version or somewhere not showing any fans, not showing any of the studio, like the stadium, should I say, until they go live on the network and pay-per-view, so that it's a surprise and an anticipated thing for everybody to see. Well, like I said, that was night number one. And I did say I was going to open up this. And remember, the Scumbags Prediction League is brought to us by friends at CoolBet. And you can place your bets for different sporting events. And there's going to be a special code for anybody that signs up through us. We're just working on the actual code right now. It is year end that we're starting this. So there's going to be some information coming soon on that one where you're going to get some bonus money just for signing up. But I did end up contacting other friends at Undisputed Belts, and they created this lovely package that I'm going to open now. Now, like I said, if you were part of the $25 pro side of things, you have a chance to win this. If you're part of the free side of things, you have a chance of winning some good t-shirts from Pro Wrestling Tees, our store there. And yeah, we have some good quality shirts, including our original logo. There's a Raw is War tribute logo. There's also our Scumbags Wrestling podcast logo that you can win. So those are some of the items that are available if you are on our free side of things, and those will randomly appear throughout the season, depending on the event. We'll throw in a t-shirt for the people who get the most amount of points, regardless of free or pro, and you'll qualify for that. But this is for the pro side of things. Now, they sent a lovely bag, and as you see, Undisputed Belts. So you can store your belt in here when you get it. And we're also, this is pretty cool. I'm only seeing this for the first time. I saw a rough drawing of it, but yeah, let's reveal it right now. If you are on the pro side of things, we have green leather and the Prediction League's champion. Pretty sweet. I'm just seeing this for the first time, and wow, I am so impressed by this. The downside is because I'm running the league, I'm not eligible for this thing. So I'm going to just be able to enjoy this in my house until the champion gets it at the end of the season, which will be next March. But as you see here, Cool Bets, our sponsor, and of course the Scumbags Wrestling podcast logo. So that's on that side. And this fits, I believe, a waist that is about 30 inches up to about 55 inches. So doesn't matter your size, you're going to be able to have this or a lovely decoration over your shoulder. But of course, you're not going to probably be walking around with it. It'll fit nicely on a wall and looked really good because you ended up getting the most predictions right. So the other side of it, once again, cool bets and our podcast logo. Now, of course, if we get any other sponsors other than Cool Bets, there's that spot right here that we can replace my logo with just to put your advertising on. So there's still time. We're doing this for a year. As said, season 1 of this goes from WrestleMania until SummerSlam, and part 2 goes from All Out until the Royal Rumble, where then we do the playoffs for the top 5 people that are involved with this. So that is what we got going on for us. Go to scumbags.ca and find out all the details and sign up. Send me your predictions today or by the end of or before the pre-show of WrestleMania on Saturday. That's when it will close. Chad is saying, take a pic. I will be taking a picture of this and posting it and sharing it with all the different pages that I've been sharing all this with and trying to get people to sign up. We have a couple entries already, and yeah, it's going to be a fun weekend if you're a part of it, and you can always stay on track with what's going on. Now, just to finish off this part of the show, and I'll remind everybody again how to get in board, is the second night of WrestleMania, and that is going to be this Sunday on the Peacock Network and WWE Network, and it's 7 more matches, with the winner of the Women's Gauntlet Tag Team match taking on Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax for the tag team titles. So they'll be having to fight 2 nights in a row, but they could walk away with the gold. Then we also have what's probably a dream match for these two personally, because they've known each other forever, battled each other all over the place, independents, ROH, WWE, NXT, and now instead of teaming together at a WrestleMania and going against Shane and Dana Bryan like they did before, they're now going to go against each other, and that's Sami Zayn and Kevin Owens. Of course, they're throwing in Logan Paul, which YouTuber. I hope he doesn't cause too much of a distraction and allow these two to have their dream match. We also have The Fiend taking on Randy Orton. I don't know if this is going to be a Firefly Funhouse match. They're going to do a lot of special effects, at least for getting them out there, especially The Fiend. But if they start out in front of people and go backstage somehow and do a Firefly Funhouse and then back into the arena, we'll wait and see. I hope it is something that's worthwhile for everybody in the end. The Intercontinental Championship is going to be online in a Nigerian drum match, which sounds like it's going to just be a brawl with a lot of weapons, possibly drums, obviously, ringside. And that is Big E defending against Apollo Crews. The United States Championship is online with Riddle defending his title against Sheamus, and they've gone back and forth over the last while. The Raw Women's Championship is going to be on the line with Rhea Ripley challenging Asuka for that. A lot of jungling up with the whole thing with Charlotte. Surprisingly, Charlotte is not on the card. But yeah, we have the women's title match from Raw with Rhea and Asuka. Surprisingly, also Bayley is not on this card. I don't know what's going on, but maybe something will change between now and then. Maybe it would be surprises. But these 14 matches are what we're going to be actually doing for the Predictions League, because these are official going into the weekend. Anything extra is just going to be hopefully entertaining for us, because this is the first time they're in front of a crowd. The main event of the whole weekend, which is also the main event of Sunday, is going to be the triple threat match for the Universal Championship. Edge, the winner of the Royal Rumble, challenging Roman Reigns, who then got Dana Bryan in there, who had been setting himself up to be in there until Edge did return, and then he got himself back in there. So we'll have to see if there's a new champ, still champ, if Daniel Bryan get back in there as a repeat of WrestleMania 30. Um, I'm okay either way how it goes. And we'll put up this comment from Chad. It's going to be a shocker. Actually, or someone else wearing the mask. Yeah, they could do a lot of different things with that Fiend and Randy Orton matchup. So once again, that is WrestleMania. We are going to be doing our predictions league starting at that, and you get the 10 points for a win, 5 points for a no contest. So that's why I was explaining with that triple threat match. Say you choose Edge to come out on top, and Daniel Bryan ends up taking the championship instead. Anybody who chose Daniel Bryan would get 10 points. Anybody who chose Edge would get 5 points if it's Roman getting pinned, say, or submitted. So anyone picking Roman would get 0 because Roman lost the match. So any combination in that sort of format would be how you get 5 or 10 points, because you shouldn't be punished for a person who did not factor into the results. It's almost a little bit, I thought of this with hockey. There's a 2 points for a win, 0 points for a loss, but if there's a tie, they all get 1 point. So somebody not being part of the factor in a 4-way, 3-way, or anything like that, they're not part of the determining factor, they should get a 5 points for consideration. So that's how the breakdown is, and we're presented by Cool Bets. 2 tiers of play: Pro for $25 or free play for fun for just t-shirts and random prizes. We will be doing predictions for events of WWE, NXT, AEW, and Impact. And you'll earn points throughout the year and have some fun with this championship being your final goal. So if you want a piece of this and have this on your wall or mantle or any place that you keep your wrestling memorabilia, be a part of the Scumbags Prediction League. I'm going to put a post up on our page and share it all over the place so you can watch this video again for a preview of WrestleMania and see what the title belt looks like. Plus, as I said, there's going to be photos of it. So join us. This has been a rundown of what's to be expected this Saturday and Sunday for WrestleMania. I want to thank you for joining us, and we'll see you later on during the week as we run down the results of NXT Nights 1 and 2, which is coming up any moment now because, yeah, the pre-show is on right now. It's 7:25. They're going to have a match, and then it's going live at 8 o'clock. Plus, again, tomorrow for Stand and Deliver for NXT. Plus, last night there was the Hall of Fame, which is available on the WWE Network and on Peacock. So, a lot of wrestling to come up with just for WWE, SmackDown on Friday, and 2 nights of WrestleMania. And if you watch everybody else, good luck surviving the rest of the week. And if you're married, if you can make through without a divorce decree, I commend you. And my PVR is definitely going to get a workout. One last comment from Chad. Yeah, lockdown again. Exactly, Chad. Be safe. Stay at home. WWE's helping everybody out by presenting a lot of content this weekend. So you're not going to be bored, that's for sure. Well, depending on what you like. I can't speak for being bored, but there's definitely going to be a lot of content, including Jericho on the Broken Skull Sessions on Sunday right after WrestleMania. There's a shock in itself. And if you're talented enough to put things together, you can watch AEW and NXT at the same time or PBR. So thank you for joining me on this preview and unboxing. I'm going to go watch some NXT right now. Have a good one.